Hello, hello, Perfidious Pete here, ready to once again brave the breach and enter the fray of XCOM, the Long War. On our last episode, we booked an all-expenses-paid Skyranger jaunt down to lovely and exotic Rio de Janeiro. We had hoped to take in a little local color and maybe spend a few days lounging on the pristine white sand beaches, enjoying a few drinks, basically relaxing a bit, but the aliens were quick to show up and shit all over that plan. Instead, we wound up scouring a kind of bummed-out, defunct construction site, trying to thwart a series of alien abductions. We had Uncle Mel Gibson leading the team, and let's say that Uncle Mel had had more than a drink or two on the plane ride down, so he was feeling a little more reckless than usual. And a little more reckless than usual for Mel is what any other rational human being would classify as dangerously suicidal. And sure enough, when Uncle Mel stepped off the plane, he decided he was just going to pop every alien on the map at once. We were pretty screwed. Things were looking not good at all, but in a Where in the World is Matt Lauer-style surprise reveal, old Matty stepped up and started blasting away with his shotgun like he was Elmer Fudd at Wabbit season. He emptied his gun completely in a single round, dropping 4 Seekers, 1 on his turn, 3 on the enemy's turn, in a pretty impressive piece of killing. Shia LaBeouf did help out a little bit on the mission. He smoked up a couple areas Cheech and Chong style just to make sure everyone came home safe. And everything was hairy for a moment, but mission ended well. Nobody came home hurt. And really, we have nothing left to do then, at this point, than start scanning. Our credit bankroll down to 101. We spent most of our cash on Foundry projects, which we are still waiting to complete. So we don't really have anything else to do but wait and see what comes to us. Sort of like a fisherman sitting in a hut on a frozen lake in the middle of Minnesota winter, we're just going to basically sit here and see what happens. Do you have another arc thrower complete? That's fantastic. We have effectively doubled our tasing power. Now if we go to a political speech at a small college in Florida, we can double up on the whole bro. When he asks us not to tase him, we can do it twice now. That'll be pretty sweet. Don't tase me, bro! And then we hit him twice. So, scanning back again then. 12 Illyrium for 180 credits. Yeah, we'll take that. That's a reasonable request, Brazil. See, now, Nigeria and Germany should really take note of that. That's the kind of request that gets granted, guys. It's not when you show up and go, hey, give me 3/4 of whatever resource you have, and here's like 4 cents. That was an effective amount of money for a reasonable portion of a resource that we have plenty of. That's the sort of request that gets granted, guys. You should take note. If you actually want a laser rifle, maybe ask for 1 next time.
The signature is a little bigger this time, though.
So we have 1 plane. Yes, no laser weapons on that plane. We have Raven 13, who is equipped with avalanche missiles, and we haven't even actually given that pilot a name yet. He still has no call sign. So, effectively against a medium UFO with avalanche missiles, he has no chance whatsoever. None. We are going to give him a quick nickname, however, just so we don't forget. And what do you got? Gonzo Vikram, huh? So you named him after a Muppet. That's brilliant call signing, guys. I'm sure that's a name that will strike terror into the hearts of men. I mean, he wasn't even one of the fucking cool Muppets like Kermit or Fozzie or even Rolf. You gave him like the shittiest Muppet. You gave him the shittiest Muppet name. Be Gonzo, the guy that the other Muppets, despite being goofy balls of fur and foam, that they make fun of Gonzo. Also, the guy was some kind of weird chicken fetish. Man, sorry Gonzo, I think you maybe have the worst call sign so far. Yeah, you may be saying, oh no, he's Gonzo like Hunter S. Thompson style Gonzo, and yeah, bullshit. They named him after a Muppet. So we got old Muppet Tunes there defending our South African interest. We're not even going to send them with a Muppet name. The aliens will, well, unless they died laughing and crashed the ship, there's no chance that would come down. So we're just going to let it do whatever it's going to do.
Our failure to respond to the latest UFO contact is sure to displease the Council.
Yeah, well,
one of our top priorities is to maintain satellite.
You let me worry about the Council's displeasure. I'm well aware of our mandate from the Council Central. You don't have to keep reminding me every time something bad happens. So we did finish a laboratory, and panic in South Africa went up? Let's go take a look and see how much. We actually have a little panic problem in South Africa. You know what? That's okay, actually. Even if that increased panic, I'm prepared to accept that level of increase. Our panic is much improved there. So let's go back to scanning then. Another laser rifle complete. Oh, you know what? One other thing I do want to check on just very quickly. We're going to go to the officer training school. I think we're... Okay, so we're 2 ranks short. I was hoping we had maybe enough for our 8th man, but it looks like we're just a couple shy. So back to scanning in. I couldn't remember if we had gotten enough promotions to put us over the 115 mark, but it looks like we're still too short. 8 weapon fragments for an engineer. See, Brazil took note of the previous request there. Brazil also requesting a reasonable amount. That's like 5% of a total resource that we have plenty of. 7 days for us to fulfill it. Yeah, see, we're just going to fulfill that immediately, Nigeria. They're not asking for 4 of our 5 laser weapons. They're asking for, you know, the equivalent of like a third of a laser weapon. Seriously, Nigeria and Germany, just completely unreasonable. And our second super heavy laser is available. It means we can field 2 shivs if we'd like. That's a quality improvement.
Contact detected.
So, a very large UFO headed for South Africa. Why do I have a feeling that the aliens are about to terrorize South Africa again? We have an interceptor, but, I mean, if he had no chance against a medium, this is like just pissing straight into the wind if we put him up against this. It's tantamount to suicide. We're just going to ignore this as well, because this one's going to land, so... We'll just let it get on with landing. Come on.
Commander, by ignoring these UFO contacts...
Yeah, I didn't really ignore it. I'm still going to deal with it here, Central. And I knew that one wasn't going to shoot down our satellite, because our satellite is, if you notice, in orbit over the place the aliens are fucking terrorizing right now. So they're, you know, it's the reason we know they're there. And also the reason that we know that they're swarming, which is more than a little disconcerting. Let's go ahead and send the Sky Ranger, and for this mission, we're not going to muck about. We're going to send a top-notch crew here. Now, we do have a covert operation coming up in less than a day, which is problematic. What we're going to do is send a good squad, but probably not our very, very best, which is fine because Mel Gibson still has 18 hours of fatigue. We're not going to send Lindsay Lohan, actually. We're going to send our next best infantry, which looks like that's Eminem. Eminem's even kitted out properly, phalanx armor, heavy laser rifle, so he's good. Taylor Swift, we're also going to... let's conserve Taylor Swift as well. Who's our next assault? Matt Lauer? Yeah, we're comfortable with Matt Lauer. You know, when Matt Lauer's the backup behind the red-lipped goddess of death herself, that's, you know, you've got a solid crew of assault troopers working. Although we are going to have to make items available, because I'll be damned if Matt Lauer is going into battle without a laser shotgun. So get that laser shotgun, Matt. There you go. Scatter laser, and you know what, Lauer? We're actually going to give you one of our 2 arc throwers. I mean, we've got an extra one, no reason not to. Phalanx armor 2 for you, buddy. And actually, we're going to switch that HE grenade. Should be either... You know what? We're going to make that an AP grenade. Actually, I'm going to change that. I changed my mind. We're getting to the point now where this terror mission may not be all chrysalids. It's possible there could be some units that will be taking advantage of cover. We've fought chrysalids 3 times in a row. There will probably be some chrysalids in it, but it may not only be them. We've got infantry and assault covered. We're going to need a scout. And I would like to take Reb the Madman Brown, but again, we're going to conserve him for the covert operation just in case it's the 4-man crew. And so we're going to take second best Kanye West, which not only rhymes, but it's as true in life as it is as a poem. Second best. That's right, Kanye. Second best at life. I mean, hey, after all, you're the guy who got booed at a fashion show. And not even a fashion show that you were in, either. Just like a fashion show that you were attending. We are going to fashion, you know, in honor of his fashion show performance. A little phalanx armor for Kanye. Kind of, he likes to be tooled out in some sweet threads, so we'll get him geared. We'll get you geared up, man. We'll get you blinged out a little bit. And since you're going, there's no reason your wife can't tag along with you. An assortment of AP and HE grenades for her is fine. Attack armor is actually good. I think that's a good build for Kardashian there. We do need a gunner, absolutely. Joss Whedon is tired for 2 hours. We're going to take one of our better gunners. These 2 are the same rank. We've got both Whedon and Hilton. I'm actually okay with taking Paris Hilton. I would prefer to take Joss Whedon, but we're not going to injure him for 2 hours of fatigue. That's just a bad decision. So Shanae Jenkins Memorial Gatling laser, a scope, and a laser sight for Paris Hilton. Leaves us a couple slots, and one of those slots is going to be filled by a medic. We're going to leave... Let's take the Beebs. You know what? Last time we took Bieber on a terror mission, he actually turned in quite a solid performance. The guy was laying down zombies just all over the place. And what we learned on that mission, actually, is that Justin Bieber hates his fans. You know, the Beliebers sort of strike me as zombies, and in that mission we proved that Justin Bieber has a burning, sun-like hatred of zombies. And, you know, therefore, by the transitive property, Justin Bieber hates zombies, Justin Bieber's fans are zombies. Justin Bieber hates his fans. So, I mean, don't shoot me, I'm just the messenger. You can't argue with mathematics, man. Sorry. Transitive property, whatnot. And that leaves us with one more slot. And I'm tempted to take Amanda Bynes. A sniper could be very useful, but also a shiv could be very useful. If we need to bring out... You know what? Let's take a shiv. I would actually rather have the shiv for baiting purposes, and if I'm going to do a bait shiv, Johnny 5 gets the call. Normally I would have said Tweaky, because he's... Seriously, Tweaky's our most annoying and most irritating robot in all of... possibly all of television history. But Tweaky sort of changed my opinion of him. He turned in a great performance, and Robot B9 in a similar situation really saved our bacon, so... I'm no longer willing to sacrifice them on the altar of convenience. Now that if I have to put someone up and sacrifice them onto the gods of convenience and pragmatism, it's going to be Johnny 5. Sorry, Johnny, if I'm standing over your chest, you know, holding a sacrificial dagger. You're just going to have to buck up and take it, champ. You're not as good as the other two. Sorry. Long flight for South Africa for Johnny 5 to sort of wrestle with that knowledge bomb I dropped on him. The rest of the crew, however, was busying themselves by watching Grown Ups 2 on the flight over, and every single one of them is now ready to gladly sacrifice their life for the good of humanity, because after having seen that movie, they really have nothing left to live for.
We're heading to South
Look at
Africa
them, look at them. They all just look depressed. I mean, seriously, 1,000-yard stares all around. And those 1,000-yard stares are not because they've seen aliens. Those 1,000-yard stares are because they have seen Grown Ups 2. So we're landing outside of some kind of observatory, it looks like. I believe we were just here on a council mission not too long ago. And we sort of bunkered up inside of a building and chewed the aliens apart as they came to us. I don't really know if that's going to be a valid strategy here, since we're going to have to rescue civilians. We'll probably need to be a little more mobile. But let's see what we can come up with. Do we have sight on any civilians at all?
Engage hostile targets. Watch your fire out there. We have civilians on the ground. Repeat.
Really? We have civilians on the ground? Because I don't fucking see a single one. I mean, it says there's 18, but be damned if I see any. Well, not knowing which way to go, I suppose make sort of an exploratory movement with our shiv, I guess. Let's take old Johnny 5 up here, roll him out and see what he can see. Maybe he can at least spot a civilian? Nope. Seriously, still not a single civilian. Alright, well, let's grab the Beebs then, and have the Beebs operate a battle scanner for us.
Moving.
Maybe Bieber can spot an alien. Or a civilian. So, up and over for Bieber, launch it as deep as you can.
Let's get a better view.
It's actually the title of Justin Bieber's next single, Launch It As Deep As You Can. Alright, so we have Seekers, and I see, I think, a civilian. Yep, so there's a pod of Seekers, looks like 2, there's a civilian, but he's going to be dead long before we can get anywhere near him. So, Overwatch then for the Shiv.
Okay.
I'm going to take M&M, we're just going to... Alright, so we have a Muton. Well, that actually, that could have been worse. Alright, let's see what Amanda Bynes can do here on this Muton. No, on the Muton. This is Paris Hilton. We'll come back to you, Hilton. Where is it? Did we? Oh, we did not bring Amanda Bynes. That's right. So we have Paris Hilton. Okay. We're gonna have to get the kill. We can't muck about and not score a kill. Also, we have a couple units in a really bad spot. Yeah, the Beebs is going to be exposed to one of these floaters, so... We really need this to hit, Paris. Alternatively, we could suppress him. That's a guarantee. Suppression would be guarantee. How close could Matt Lauer get if he runs and guns? Not very close, actually. Not close at all. Alright, how far could Kim Kardashian get a grenade? Okay, yeah, that's what we're going to try. We're going to go with the grenade tactic. Kim Kardashian's going to try and eliminate their cover and do some damage. We've got to get these aliens exposed if we're going to have any hopes of killing them. We got to get a better hit percentage for Paris Hilton. Alright, okay, much better for Paris then. She missed a 98 fucking % chance to hit. 98%. Ah, talk about some utter bullshit right there. That's ridiculous. Well, this situation has suddenly almost become unrecoverable.
Hunt 'em down.
So we may as well just go flat out crazy.
Roger that.
Gonna run and gun with Matt Lauer. Can he even hit the Muton? 89%. I'm sure this will miss as well. Well, that one actually critical. We've got Eminem. He's going to take a 95%, and that's a dead Muton. So now all we have to do is somehow manage to survive the fire output from 2 floaters.
That's affirmative.
Which maybe Kanye can get a lucky shot in here. 79. I would go with a flush shot, but I'm pretty sure the flush shot won't do enough damage, so you're going to have to take the chance, Kanye. Everyone missing the high percentage shots, so we're almost certain to lose a trooper here. 2 Seekers and what sounds like another Muton. We would have liked to have Bieber throw a little smoke. We might have actually been okay despite being flanked, but didn't have the opportunity. I have no idea what's going on here with the bouncing. And that floater is clearly the stupidest alien on the planet. He's shooting a civilian instead of killing one of our XCOM troopers. So there is a chance that we could get out of this with maybe only someone badly wounded instead of dead. Oh my god, that alien fell back as well. You know what? We lost 2 civilians. And if our choice is lose 2 civilians or lose even a single XCOM trooper, I mean, this is going to sound callous. And it sounds callous because it absolutely fucking is callous. It's just cold-hearted shit. But those civilians' lives mean less to me than a single wound to one of my XCOM troopers. So, you know what? I'm totally cool with the way things panned out. Alright, so that's a kill for our Shiv. Johnny 5 doing his job. Now, we do have Seekers that were... who's on Overwatch?
Incoming fire.
Alright, that was actually a little lucky that that floater fell back and went on Overwatch. And now we have just a horde of Seekers. Alright, now we can uncloak those Seekers. So let's see about doing that, actually. We're not gonna have really a better opportunity to use this battle scanner. So might as well have Bieber pitch it and see if he can reveal those Seekers. Alright, he can. And he might even actually be able to get a shot at one as a result. Or does that end of turn for Bieber? That's end of turn for Bieber. Alright. Well, Matt Lauer can get a shot at one. This may be a kill. It is a kill.
I'm about to start keeping score.
One thing we've learned about Matt Lauer, once we were not enthused with his output, but the second we put a shotgun in his hand, Matt Lauer really quit fucking around. He's devastating with the shotgun. Alright, so we've got Kanye. Now, there is a floater over there somewhere. Can Kanye get any kind of decent cover? We're going to be a little bit aggressive with Kanye, actually. We're going to take him up here. We're going to do a dash move. I'm actually okay with the way that panned out.
Moving.
It's going to be Overwatch for Eminem.
Overwatch.
And what are we going to do with Kimmy K? We kind of need to reposition Kim a little bit. We're actually going to bring Kim over here and put her on Overwatch to help defend sort of the back crew. And my guess is that those Seekers will probably go for Matt Lauer if they go for anyone.
They're falling back.
And that's a Cyberdisc, ladies and gentlemen. And that has bad news written all over it. We have some Seekers that are probably going to go for civilians. Yeah, that Cyberdisc is a serious problem. So M&M whiffing on an Overwatch shot with covering fire. It looks like that Seeker is taking a shot. That floater's shooting at a civilian. But that's actually okay. Alright, now, that Cyberdisc presents a serious, serious problem. And can anyone see that Cyberdisc? I think Matt Lauer can see it? No. Can M&M see it? No. No one can see that Cyberdisc yet, and if none of us can see it, the Cyberdisc also can't see us. Problem is that Kanye is in a very bad position when it comes to dealing with said Cyberdisc. We're gonna have M&M take this shot. It's a poor shot, but that's a kill. That's okay. And he's gonna reload. We're actually gonna reposition and try and get ready to tangle with this Cyberdisc. Now, we can't bunch up too much because the Cyberdisc will whack us with a grenade if it gets the chance.
Got something over here.
Alright, and that activated the Cyberdisc. Delightful. Precisely what we didn't want. We were hoping to not activate it. Alright, so Kanye then is going to need to seek a better position.
There now.
And that didn't draw the Overwatch. We've got to do something with Matt Lauer then. And ideally we don't want Matt Lauer to draw Overwatch. And this is very risky. Don't get shot! Oh, wow.
Rock and roll.
Alright, so that fallback move turned out better than we could have hoped. We're going to put Overwatch on our Shiv. Kim Kardashian is just going to advance very slightly. And she also is going to go on Overwatch. Kanye is going to reload. We're going to need everyone ready to fire the moment that Cyberdisc comes out. And Justin Bieber is, we're not screwing around here. Bieber's going to go flat out smoke grenade. Paris Hilton is now hunkered down in full cover in the dense smoke grenade. We literally cannot make her more difficult to hit. We've got some two Cyberdisc. Holy shit! This is bad. This is heavy resistance. Easily the heaviest resistance that we have met on a mission to date. Another civilian goes down. Looks like the enemy may be using Seekers to try and bait out our Overwatch. Here comes the Cyberdiscs. Now we should have a ton of Overwatch shots here. So our Shiv missed. And the Cyberdisc is going to be safe from Paris Hilton. We've yet to save a single civilian. Things aren't exactly going well for us. And Paris Hilton cannot shoot at the Cyberdisc. She can only see Seekers. Alright. Now this is an interesting little conundrum here. So we're going to take a kill with Paris Hilton. And for Kanye, oh man, this is a tough spot. So our Shiv can see just the Cyberdisc, huh? It has a terrible chance to hit it from here. And okay, we're gonna have to move our. If we move it, it's gonna draw the Overwatch shot. All right, so there's a drone. All right, we're gonna have Kanye try and draw. No. The problem is, if we have Kanye go for the Overwatch, there's no way for us to protect him from getting flanked by that Seeker and Cyberdisc. But honestly, I'm not sure there's any way we can prevent that at this point. Other than shoving Johnny 5 straight up its nose, which is probably what we're going to do. So Kanye, pulling the Overwatch, making that thing miss. Only 65%? What do you got with a flush shot? You know what, a flush shot's not going to cut the mustard. You're going to have to just hit this one, Kanye. That's all there is to it. Well, you were supposed to kill that guy. Way to not do that. And our Shiv, then, is going to be the sacrificial lamb. that can no longer see the Cyberdisc, I guess. So Overwatch for the Shiv. Boy, that's delightful. Now we do, there's another Cyberdisc over there, so we got to be very careful with what we're about. We put her there, she's going to be in, you know what? We're actually going to move Kim Kardashian. We're going to have her take out, this drone. And you're saying to yourself, why are you not shooting at the Cyberdisc? And there actually is a reason that I'm not shooting at it. Justin Bieber is going to try and defend these guys with another smoke grenade. That's really the only thing he can do. Is there enough for that building left? Yes. So we're going to have Matt Lauer advance here. And then he's going to go on Overwatch. Eminem also going to go on Overwatch. And then Justin Bieber is going to throw his final smoke grenade. And this should cover... Okay, it's going to cover Paris, Kim, Matt Lauer. Alright, so that's everyone but Kanye West then covered by smoke. And for Kanye, there's nothing we can do other than hope that the Overwatch deters the Cyberdisc from advancing on him. This other Cyberdisc, well, there's not a whole hell of a lot we can do about that. We're just going to be effed. Except it's going to pull out all the Overwatch, or possibly that Seeker did, one of the two. So we're in a real shitty spot here. We have 2 Cyberdiscs unwounded. We have yet to save a civilian, but honestly at this point I don't think we're going to save a single one. We'll be lucky to just survive the mission. We have to kill a Cyberdisc this turn. There's no two ways about it. We have to kill one. I don't know what that drone is doing. Probably going for a civilian. There's another civilian dead. I think we're down to like 8. Cyberdisc is going to move. Now this should garner at least 1 Overwatch shot. Alright, so there's 8 damage. Cyberdisc is on the roof. So he's still shooting at Matt Lauer in full cover in smoke. This is going to be a grenade. We should have expected this. I'm not sure what that did. Was that an EMP attack against our Shiv? Yep, that's exactly what it was. It EMP'd our Shiv. How can Paris Hilton not fucking see that thing? Alright, so that is not on Overwatch. So we're going to rely on Matt Lauer to get the job done. Is this going to draw Overwatch? It's almost certain to draw Overwatch. So Kanye West is going to once again have to take the ultimate risk here. And we're going to have him draw the Overwatch from that Cyberdisc. If your lightning reflexes fails you, Kanye, at this point in the game, you're effectively just immediately dead. Alright, now 93%, that's a kill. Alright. Alright, now, Matt Lauer, this is your time to shine, buddy. This is your fight to lose right here. So this shot should not count. We're within 4 tiles. It only did 2 damage. That's unimpressive. And 3 damage. Also unimpressive. And his gun is now empty. So we're going to move our Shiv in. Shiv's going to take its last remaining round at the Cyberdisc. Alright, so Shiv gets the kill. And that explosion wrecked our Shiv? No, but it didn't do it any good. So we still have another Shiv on Overwatch. Or another Cyberdisc rather that's ready. So we're gonna put a lot of Overwatch up. We basically have no other option.
Aye, aye, Commander.
We're gonna come here, it's gonna be Overwatch for Beebs. We really need to get Eminem in a better firing position, but I'm not sure there's one for him to occupy. So we're going to have him go on Overwatch to perhaps try and cover Kanye's back. Man, this thing is not going well. This is like the postseason play for the Cubs. At any moment, everything could just explode into flames. Or, you know, one could also say it's a lot like Kanye and Kim's marriage. At any moment, could explode into flames. A grenade is actually not a bad result there. It did destroy Kanye's cover, which is a drawback, but he's unlikely to be killed by anything that's left on the map. And it does also put him in a position where if we can get a kill on this Cyberdisc, Kanye could theoretically still manage an escape. So let's take a look and see how the situation is. Not good. Alright, so Kanye's going to need to move. Matt Lauer can see 3 things. So we've got a drone. 2 of them are drones. Alright, so Matt Lauer needs to reload, effectively. We don't really have a good spot for Matt Lauer to go and do that.
I'm on the move.
Alright.
Reloaded.
Matt Lauer has to reload. Our Shiv also needs to reload. It's going to be Overwatch for Paris Hilton. Kanye West is going to have to get the hell out of Dodge. There's really nothing else for Kanye to do. I would like to get him over by Justin Bieber for potential of getting healed, but if we cluster them up like that, they're almost certain to eat a grenade. So we're going to have Bieber fall back and throw a little med kit at Kanye.
Man up and get back out there.
Our Shiv, desperately in need of a reload, is going to move into this corner and take that reload. Our goal is to try and make that drone come past Matt Lauer's close quarters combat. Eminem, who has so far contributed absolutely nothing to the fight, is continuing to contribute absolutely nothing to the fight. And I think it's just going to be Overwatch for Kardashian. We're waiting for this Cyberdisc to move. And so that drone, I have no idea what that drone is doing. Where's the Cyberdisc? Seriously, the Cyberdisc is all we care about. Where did it go? Alright, so that drone, drawing some of Kim Kardashian's Overwatch in a futile attempt at doing anything at all. It's no more load of bull, Kim Kardashian, than your hit percentage on Overwatch. Well, Paris Hilton finally did something at least. So we still have a mystery Cyberdisc just sort of wandering the hell around, untouched. We've got to get eyes on it. Still nothing. Alright, well, Paris Hilton is going to move up then.
On the move.
And she's going to reload while she has the opportunity. And again, we can't afford to clump up because we have a Cyberdisc and they can whack us with grenades or throw their EMP attack. But let's take Matt Lauer around this. Oh, Matt Lauer is almost certainly dead. Well, Matt Lauer is not dead, but he's in real tough shape. So Justin Bieber is going to have to report for Matt Lauer duty. Because he is going to have to hit that. And we are going to make that, we're going to make that son of a bitch come at us. He probably won't. I mean, I'm sure he'll just stay and shoot at our Shiv. Justin Bieber is going to race over and try and rescue the injured Matt Lauer. And this is not going overly well. So here comes a drone. Drone's repairing the Cyberdisc, which we expected actually. And somebody's going to shoot at Justin Bieber? No. Alright, so the Cyberdisc, now that we know where it's at and that it's on Overwatch, it actually makes it much easier to deal with. We do have Kanye. Where is Kanye? Kanye? It's time to do your job, son. Problem is there's really nowhere we can put Kanye where he's both going to be able to draw the Overwatch and still be safe. So do we risk just going balls out? Are we going to be able to get enough firepower on it to kill it? I don't think we are, actually.
Headed there now.
Alright, so Paris Hilton's going to hunker down. Before we have Bieber go in for the rescue, Kanye is going to have to do something. Alright, now Kanye, what's his path here? Will his path to here? It will not. I was hoping that his path there would take him out in front of the Cyberdisc, but it's not going to. Alright, we may just have to do a dipsy doodle with Kanye then. So Kanye is going to take the lightning reflexes. I tend to agree with your that was close assessment. Now Kanye's just going to idle for a second. We're going to take our Shiv We're going to drive Johnny 5 straight up this Cyberdisc nose. We're going to take it right up the ass. That's right. I'm making references to anal sex. This Cyberdisc is going to get hit. And that was a very, very important critical. That actually gives us an opportunity to finish that son of a bitch off. So, Eminem, if you were ever going to earn your keep, son, now's the time. Very well done. Very well done. And 1 free damage on the drone, even. Now, Kanye, you got to kill that drone. Mission accomplished. Bieber, you got to go save Matt Lauer because he's bleeding on the ground. So, you know, not cool, bro.
Just stay with me.
Go ahead and patch him up. That's good. So a critical wound, which is not going to do Matt Lauer any good in the will department, but it's certainly better than having him fill out a body bag. And there's still a seeker somewhere. So at this point, we're down to 8 civilians with 10 lost, and we're basically just trying to rescue as many civilians as we can for the rest of the mission and perhaps locate that seeker, which I think was over in this neck of the woods somewhere. Or there's a whole other pod of them, perhaps. So, hey, that's delightful. On the positive side, our seekers can't strangle. They can't strangle a shiv. So we'll overwatch there, and we've got to start rescuing civilians. Kanye?
Yes,
Go save someone. We got to get at least 1 civilian. Kanye is going to do a little bit of Rooftop Rescue. Rooftop Rescue, also the title of Kanye West's upcoming film debut,
On my way.
wherein he plays a paratrooper EMT. It's
Back in.
supposed to be a fantastic piece of cinema. It's Kanye's first attempt to win an Oscar for himself. Kanye assuming that, of course, he will win an Oscar on his first attempt, realizing that having mastered the realm of all pop music, that the only place left for him to go is Hollywood, effectively. So Kanye has decided that he is an Academy Award-winning actor. So, you know, stay tuned for Rooftop Rescue. I'm told he plays a single dad who's also a paratrooper EMT. It gets you right in the feels. A lot of Overwatch here. Unfortunately, at least one of our troopers remembered to bring their gun and scored a hit. We do still have 2 stealth seekers somewhere, and Johnny 5 has taken a remarkable beating on this mission. Still up and kicking, however. He's absorbed a lot of damage, and he's also dealt out a lot of damage. I would say both of our Cyberdisc kills actually largely the result of his work. Another civilian rescue for Kanye then, so that puts us up to 2. Kanye's going to go on Overwatch. We're going to take the Beebs up along with old... What's on Overwatch? Okay, so there's an invisible seeker on Overwatch. It is now visible. Alright, so we had Overwatching Invisible Seeker. Does anybody then have a shot at the Overwatching Invisible Seeker? And the answer is no. So we're going to put Overwatch then.
I'm on it.
Kim Kardashian actually may be able to get a shot at that guy. She can. We're going to take it. So, a 90% shot miss. We've actually had, that's our second very, very high percentage miss on this same mission. We had a 90%, and I think Paris Hilton missed, like, what, a 98% earlier? Alright, this should be a kill. Or not, because none of our troopers can hit anything. That guy, Paris Hilton, actually only accomplished destroying Kim Kardashian's cover. That's all she managed to do there. So, yeah. Paris Hilton having a bit of a blonde moment there, falling apart at a critical juncture. Up to our Shiv, then, to try and save the day, I suppose. Fortunately, Johnny 5 has actually been, well, when it comes to saving the day, he's out of ammo. Hard to save the day when you don't have any bullets, isn't it, Johnny? So it's going to be up to Slim and M here. Well, he managed to blast one of our troopers free.
My weapon's spent.
And he's now out of ammunition, so reload for M&M then. Paris Hilton, 62%, 58%. Well, take the higher percentage chance. You've missed everything else. Sure, you miss a 68, and then you miss something in the mid-90s, but the long shot, I just got unstunned hit you can do. Apparently Paris Hilton into strangulation, so confirmed for all you autoerotic asphyxiation affiliates there. Paris Hilton is down with your jam. And there are still more aliens somewhere on the map. So we're going to have to carefully advance then, and I think this is a good opportunity for everyone to just take a moment, gather themselves, and reload, because things are not going well for Team XCOM thus far. We're down a Matt Lauer. Kanye West has been injured and repaired, and then injured again. Bieber's off by himself having a little solo adventure.
Get out of here.
Did rescue a civilian, however, and from the sounds of things, there's a muton around? I can't readily identify what that sound is.
Back off.
And the fact that I can't readily identify it actually has me very, very worried. Overwatch for Bieber. We're going to take our Shiv over and have him sort of explore the map, start looking for civilians. Can he actually get to a civilian? He can. Shiv is actually going to go for a straight-up rescue here. Now, the Shiv is supposed to be able to rescue. Alright, well, we're going to do just a little bit of adjustment maneuvering here. We're going to try and get the team... We're getting the band back together, effectively, is what we're doing. Everyone's going to huddle up, overwatch where we can. And seriously, Paris Hilton, my disappointment in you is incredible. Your performance here was worse than in every single episode of The Simple Life, in that I really want to punch you right now. And I was more inclined to wish to punch Nicole Richie on The Simple Life. So the fact that you've trumped her, really, that really says something. So Kanye gonna have to go for a bit of a rescue maneuver here. Gonna take a look and see what his hit percentage chance is like, and it is not good. What about with the flush shot? Will that force that seeker to let him go?
Flushing him out.
Nope, it just does 1 damage. Our Shiv should be able to get a shot, actually. Johnny 5! Still saving lives here. 66%. Johnny 5 will probably hit. Man. Take note, Paris Hilton. That's actually how it's done.
Headed there now.
Seriously. I'm so disappointed in Paris Hilton. Which, that actually may be a sentence no one has ever said before, that they were disappointed in Paris Hilton. Because expectations of her are so low, it's almost impossible for her to let you down. And still, she actually managed to do it. So, 15 aliens killed, 2 of which were Cyberdiscs, and that's not an insignificant accomplishment, actually, for our team. We lost no operatives, which it was a very close thing with Matt Lauer. He's going to be in the hospital for probably nigh on 400 years. And we only rescued 8 out of 18 civilians, which is not a good rating. Panic is going to increase significantly, possibly to the point where that country may be on the edge of withdrawing from the project. We'll have to take a look and see how things turned out. My guess is they turned out a lot like 4-year-olds' breakfast in bed for their mom on Mother's Day, which is to say, terrible and full of eggshells. So we got 1 fucking promotion out of that? Seriously? That's it, huh? 1 promotion? Hogwash. Yeah, you know what? I'm upgrading it. It's not hogwash. It's fucking bullshit is what that is. That's fucking bullshit. Straight up, right out of the cow's ass. So, ready for anything. If a unit fires without moving, it automatically enters Overwatch at the end of a turn. Very good ability. Rapid fire, also a very good ability. But I don't really understand the benefit of rapid fire, why you would wish to take rapid fire when they have double tap, which just lets you shoot twice. Oh, double tap has a 1-turn cooldown. Rapid fire, no cooldown. Interesting. If I had more of the Overwatch abilities, I would definitely take Ready for anything. You know what? We're going to take Rapid Fire. Rapid Fire doesn't have a cooldown. Yep, Rapid Fire it is. So Rapid Firing then for Paris Hilton. Seriously, that's our only promotion. We killed 2 Cyberdiscs on that mission, man. That should have been worth some serious EXP. 17 alloys at least, which we did desperately need. Panic in South Africa has increased by 20. That's absolutely terrible. South Africa is almost certainly going to be withdrawing from the project then. Oh, nope. Not quite yet. They're just under the cusp. So this is what we like to call a skin of your dick victory. In that we basically have the width of a foreskin there keeping them in the project. So, hey! I guess you can take a Nietzschean look at it and, whatever didn't kill us only made us stronger. Although I'm pretty sure that old Matt Lauer not going to be any stronger after they rebuild his lungs. So, with that, I think we'll go ahead and wrap things up. Not exactly our greatest mission ever, but some days you are the stick and some days, you're the dog. And thanks very much for watching. If you did enjoy the episode, go ahead and drop a like down in the comments section. We really appreciate your support. We'll see you again soon.